There is not enough Bitcoin for everyone to own, and this is something that I don't see enough people talking about. My mission on this channel is to tell everyone that Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million. It is to get the normal person, the average everyday worker, as many Bitcoin as possible, as much Bitcoin as possible. I'm not a retard, don't worry. Anyways, let's talk about Bitcoin. I want to go over a couple different things here. We're going to talk about some news today. We're going to talk about the actual Bitcoin distribution, and we're gonna just have a great time. Okay, it's Sunday, Sunday fun day. The day for Bitcoin is every single day because Bitcoin does not close 24/7, always open. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you guys enjoy this type of content, I want you guys to just do one thing. Just subscribe down below. That's all I ask. Very simple, just a subscription. I'm at 6 subscribers, and that means there's only 6 of you that have actually decided to click subscribe, which makes me a little sad. Okay, if I don't get to at least, I don't know, 100 subscribers before the year ends, we're not going to talk about what I'm going to do because I can't say that on YouTube. Anyways, $91,000. It is looking pretty freaking good for Bitcoin in the sense that we're finally above the 90s again. Now, we had a pretty decent rally literally like in the morning today from 88K all the way up to 91K. Again, nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the unusual. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin. So this is the most important thing right here. So who owns Bitcoin in 2025? Okay, so this is pretty important because a lot of people think that Bitcoin is, like you'll have time and like, you're forever gonna have time and yada yada yada, whatever. Okay, but people think that Bitcoin they're too late and whatever, which is not the case at all. You're by no means late to Bitcoin. In fact, I would say you're early, but you don't have that much time left. Okay, and I'll explain what that means. So who owns Bitcoin in 2025? So first off, guys, this is very important to understand. There's only 21 million Bitcoin out there. There will never be more. There will never be less. There will only be 21 million, okay? Now, the circulating supply is how much Bitcoin is actually available to be transacted, right? Now, this number is low-key not that accurate. I think the circulating supply is more closer to about 18 million, maybe even 17 million. The reason for that being is Bitcoin can be lost. Now, if you don't know what that means, basically, when you send Bitcoin or you move Bitcoin, you have to send it to another Bitcoin address. Let's just say for some reason you type in the wrong address and it's not an actual address, but the Bitcoin gets sent. Well, that Bitcoin is now gone forever, right? It's like, for example, when you are with a bank, but you send money to, a account that doesn't exist. Well, one, that probably won't happen. And two, the bank usually can reverse that. It's not the same with crypto. You can't reverse a transaction or cancel it. It's once it's gone, it's gone. Okay. So with that being said, retail holds about 71% of Bitcoin, right? Which, cool, it makes a lot of sense. Retail, that's people like myself, that's people like you, just the average person, that's retail, okay? ETFs is 7%. Now, mind you, we only got Bitcoin ETFs last year, and they're already at 7%. Now, that number is only going to increase from here. And how is that going to increase? Well, people that are retail holders are going to sell, right? ETF guys, they're market manipulating. They will literally crash the price of Bitcoin so that they can get Bitcoin cheaper and make you sell. So this is going to be something that happens. Now, Bitcoin to be mined, obviously, guys, there's not enough Bitcoin, or all of Bitcoin hasn't been mined yet. That's a whole different, lesson for later. If you guys want to learn how Bitcoin is mined, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other videos out there that will do a better job at explaining it, but there's still some Bitcoin that's yet to be mined. Now, Satoshi Nakamoto, that is the creator of Bitcoin. He has about 5.2% Bitcoin. Public companies, so this is people like Tesla, it's people like Strategy, it's people like Metaplanet. So these actual companies that are buying Bitcoin, they own about 4.5%. Now, countries and governments, so the United States, right? Texas, for example, I believe, what other government? El Salvador, right? These countries and governments are actively buying Bitcoin. Again, when you have literal countries and governments trying to acquire more Bitcoin, do you not think they're going to make retail sell? They're definitely going to manipulate the markets, right? They're going to tell us that, oh, Bitcoin's going to go to zero while they buy up, okay? Now, private companies as well. So obviously those are like, like for example, like Starlink, I would assume. I think Bitcoin, right? DeFi, so these are like, decentralized financial applications, like whether that's like through staking or whatever, and then Bitcoin mining companies, right? So overall, you guys could see retail, we currently hold the most amount of Bitcoin, but this is slowly but surely being distributed. Now, if you were to look at this chart, let's just say 5 years ago, we would have had basically no money in ETFs, none in public companies, none in countries and governments, and most likely none in private companies, but more or less, Bitcoin that is out there, again, the fixed supply of 21 million is slowly but surely being caught up and sold off to people that are going to hold this thing forever, right? So, again, the whole purpose of this channel, Bitcoin to $1 million, is to make you guys understand that yes, Bitcoin one day I do believe will go to $1 million. Our job right now is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, and it doesn't have to be complicated, right? The advice, or not advice, because obviously not financial advice, but what I tell people is, you know what? Don't look at one Bitcoin. Look at 0.05, right? Then look at 0.1 Bitcoin, right, which is $9,000, right? Then look at 0.2 Bitcoin. Then look at 0.5. Like, set small goals and get to them. And maybe your goal is 0.01, right? Sure, get to that first, because it will get to a time, guys, where 0.01 Bitcoin is about what, freaking quick math, $10,000. That is going to happen. That is going to be a reality. Okay. Now let's talk about some more news. So first off, guys, this week was pretty bullish for crypto. So Elon Musk said Bitcoin is based on energy, the true currency. Strategy now holds 650,000 Bitcoin after another buy. $11 trillion Vanguard opens the door for Bitcoin ETFs, and BlackRock says sovereign wealth funds are quietly stacking. Now, all this stuff we did actually cover today when it happened, or sorry, this past week when it happened. So again, if you guys haven't already subscribed, subscribe down below. Next up, there's some interesting data to watch this week. The main one is going to be Wednesday, where there is a 86% chance of a 25 basis points rate cut. So if we do have a rate cut, that would obviously be freaking bullish. And finally, guys, it looks like Michael Saylor might be buying more Bitcoin. He did actually post the orange dots. Usually this means that they buy. I believe on Monday is when they would actually announce it. And guys, that is it for today. If you did enjoy, I want you guys to leave a like on this video. Subscribe down below. Let's get some discussions going. Make it happen, guys, because let's be real here. We're all on the mission to get orange pilled, guys. That is it for today. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.